Χαίρετε. In this lesson, we're going to start tackling some of the other declensions, but we'll be using some easy words to begin with. Here is how to say the Italy. Hey Italia. Hey Italia. But the first declension in ancient Greek isn't as easy as in Latin, because this is another first declension noun. He Europe. He Europe. First declension feminine nouns in ancient Greek all end in either eta or alpha, but the alpha can be either short or long. And there are also masculine nouns, but these all end in either es or as, where the alpha is long. Now, something a little infuriating is that the following noun is third declension and feminine, because it has a short alpha. He helas. He helas. Do you know what this means? The Greece. You may have heard of Hellenic literature, or heard the word Hellene referring to the ancient Greeks. Now you know where this word came from Greek itself. But notice the word for the only depends on the gender of the noun, not the declension, which makes things a whole lot easier. Adjectives function the same way. Can you remember the word for beautiful? Kalos. Here is how we say Greece is beautiful. He helas kale. He helas kale. The endings of adjectives almost always match the word for the. Do you remember the three words for the that we've learned? List the masculine, feminine, and neuter versions. Ho, he, to. Can you guess what the following sentence means? He Italia ente Europei estin. He Italia ente Europei estin. Italy is in Europe. Now, if you remember from Latin, when we said in a certain place, we put the place in ablative form. But there is no ablative case in Greek, so what case do you think they used? The dative case. And for the singular case, the dative form always has the little iota below the final vowel. So for in Europe, we literally say in the Europe, putting this in the dative case. So it's ente Europei. We change he to tei in the dative case. And Europe changes to Europei. And do you remember what the dative case of Europa was in Latin? Europae. It's very similar, right? Especially for the nouns that end in alpha. What's the dative of He Italia? Te Italiae. If you remember back, we saw once how to neglect a statement. Do you remember how to say not? Ooh. But when the next word begins with a vowel, it changes to ook. So how do we say it is not? Ook esti. In ancient Greek, the word Asia is Asia. Let's try to say now, Greece is not in Asia. He helas ook estin en tei Asia. helas uk estin en tei asia. Now, the word for I see is horo. Horo. This kind of sounds like aware, if that helps. You might also see this written as horao, but we are going to use horo since this is more common in ancient Greek literature. So try to say now, I see the book. To biblion, horo. Remember, this is accusative form even though it looks the same as the nominative. And here's how to say I see Italy. Ten Italian horo. Ten Italian horo. It ends with nu, just like second declension nouns. And I bet you can now guess how to say I see Europe. Ten Europen horo. And finally, how would we say I see the angel? Ton angelon horo. The first and second declensions are kind and all end in nu in the accusative form, just like how the Latin accusative form always ends in m. But the third declension isn't so nice, as we'll see later. See you in the next lesson. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link to Patreon in the description box, or you can hit the join button below to become a member on YouTube. Thanks!